Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Slippy and Thrifty Show. I am Thrifty. My
Hello.
co-host here is Slippy, and we are going to be talking about the road trip that I was recently on. So I hope everybody is looking forward to that. We're going to do a roll call. So take it away, Slippy. Let's see who's in here.
Right. Do my best. Can't see much. I mean, I can try and go from the top. We got Marco, Baxter's Blades, Angelo's here, Tony's Ponies, Sean, Kathleen's here. We have Will, and it's also Will's birthday, so happy birthday, Will.
Happy birthday, Will.
Scroll it down. It's Randy's here. Hello, Randy. Memphis Fire, aka Ambulance. Welcome. Pocket EDC, Frank Olivo's here. So thank you, Frank, for sending over the sack. I really appreciate it. Kirby Creek Mo is here. Try not to miss anybody out. Jason is here. Split and Splices Byron is here. Griff, welcome, Griff. Stacy Bolsters Blades. Mikey's here, great.
Mikey?
Yeah, Mikey's here, unfortunately.
Whoa.
Jesse McJames is here. If I've missed anyone, I'm very sorry. I'm doing my best to keep up with the chat. Kanda Urzi is here. Welcome. I think that's everyone. If I missed you, I'm very sorry.
You probably did miss. We got Pocket EDC. Did you mention him?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. We got Pocket EDC, Kathleen, Memphis Fire 40. And he's what? Amber Lamps?
That's right.
22? Yeah. I love it when you guys use the same names. And then I have to try to figure out who's who.
So I got Elan's here now. Hello, Elan. Welcome.
All right. We've just had some camera issues here. So now I'm going to have to fix that. I love
Marvin.
this.
Welcome, Marvin.
There we go. Does that make it easy to see? Is that easy to read? Yeah, that's easy to read.
That's much better.
All right. Well, you are a little washed out, but we'll deal with it. What are you doing outside? What are you doing outside?
It's actually, well, as we say that, a cloud has just gone over, but it's actually nice here in the UK for once.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm enjoying the sun.
I got to check my audio settings. Hopefully I am...
You sound fine to me. I hope everyone sounds fine. He sounds fine to everyone else.
I'm going to turn up the volume.
Okay.
So hopefully that improved everything. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Okay. Wow. I'm just kind of overwhelmed. So much to try to do in the last few minutes because we were ill prepared for today's show.
As usual.
You've been working all week. And I've been very, very tired since my trip. Didn't sleep well a lot of the time. So kind of groggy still. Still trying to
Did go a hell of a long way though. Yeah,
we did. So, we took a longer route than we needed to get to where I was going because I wanted to go through Tennessee and stop at these places that we're going to talk about today. So hopefully you guys will enjoy some Thrifty's tales about the knife travels.
Yeah, you went to some really cool places.
Yeah, I only really got to go to 2 places. Would have liked to stop at more, but unfortunately, time restraints and other events prevented me from being able to do that. Hello, Stacy. Good to see you in here. I've not seen you quite a while. Bolsters Blades. Elon, we're hoping to have you on the show. We haven't heard back from you yet, have we?
Yes, we have.
Oh, we have. We've heard back from Sean.
Yes.
And Mikey. So we've got all 3 of the British invasion for next week. That's going to be hopefully what we do.
If they can next week. I still need to confirm with all 3 of them they're free for next week. If not, it can be a future week. That's fine.
All right. So the plan for next week, just go ahead, since we talked about this, is to have on Elon, Mikey, and Sean. Sean will have to be shown from the waist up because we'll get kicked off YouTube otherwise. But that's the plan. So if you guys are interested in that, it's going to be the British invasion next week, hopefully. If not, sometime real soon. Sean's wet, by the way. That's what he's trying to tell me.
Biggie's Knives is here as well. Hello, Biggie. Mike Adams.
Yeah, 100% serious.
Mike Adams says, I'm sitting here with my wife urging self-control in regards to the Buck Knives special offer, which ends tonight.
Right. That's a really tempting one, isn't it? I mean, because you can save quite a bit if you're getting like a $200 knife, right? That's like $20 off. So, yeah. All right. So back to the show. So here's what was going on. So I was going on a road trip, see my parents. They're in South Carolina. And, you know, the most direct route is through Mississippi and Alabama. We've done that route many times. It's okay. But I wanted to really get to Smoky Mountain Knife Works and also this new place that I had seen from Hunting for Hookers. Shout out to him, his channel. He showed that was in Easley, South Carolina. It's called the Wagon Wheel Antique and Cutlery Shop. So those were the two primary places I definitely wanted to stop. So you want to kind of provide a little bit of a slideshow to kind of take you through it. So I guess the photos will kind of remind me of what I want to say. Oh, yes. So there's a good look at Smoky Mountains in the backdrop there. And I want to say that if you ever travel along U.S. roads anymore on the interstate, there's a gazillion trucks anymore. Like you just wouldn't believe how many trucks you run into, get behind.
Let me tell you about trucks.
They're everywhere. 18-wheelers. There's like a convoy every time you turn around. So, yeah, it kind of interferes with your travel a little bit, especially if you're in the mountains with the windy roads and they're going up the hills. And
especially when you're following Miley's Donut Hole as well.
Is that Miley's Hole?
That's Miley's Donut Hole just there.
Thomas Bagel there or whatever it is?
Yeah. T-Bagel. We've got Ginger Fisher is here. Knives Alive. Welcome. Collecting with Stan's just come in. Are you dying over there? Yeah,
a little bit, because I wasn't expecting that quick little retort that you gave us there. But yeah.
Oh, what, Miley's Donut Hole?
No, the T-Bagel, which kind of reminded me of something else.
T-Bagel, yeah.
You didn't even know he'd done it.
I know what it reminded you of.
All right. But, yeah, cool road trip. All right, keep going. We don't need to look at the back of trucks all day.
Let me tell you about trucks.
Yeah. So when I was in Tennessee, I was crossing over, you'll have the little road signs. And there was probably 3 or 4 times I saw rivers that were named for the Roastcraft blade knives that Andy likes to name. And this one here was the Loosahatchee, I believe. So you get the Loosahatchee River. You had the Obed. You had the Beaver Creek. Couple others. I think I did. Yeah, I did cross the Clinch River. Pretty sure. So it was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, there's one. So we had a nice little naming game to play when I crossed over some of these riverways and waterways in Tennessee. That was pretty cool. Griff says that he likes beaver.
Excellent.
In this photo, I think it's the Loosahatchee. Don't quote me on that. I kind of got confused because I crossed over quite a number of them, but I want to say this.
He got confused because he's old.
And the show might be ending early today. Might be a quick one. All right, so what is next? Okay, so here's what I picked up in person at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. But we'll continue on. We'll show you that knife in person here in just a minute. This is Greg, if you guys are familiar. What is that in the corner?
That's a picture of you.
Why have you thrown that up in the corner and not to make it its own photo?
Because I wanted to add it next to Greg so he looked extra creepy.
I'm taking applications for live stream show host. Please inquire at thriftycaniffy@gmail.com. Please give me your list of experience and why you think Slippy should be removed from the show, and I'll answer those emails as quickly as possible. We may have a new host next week.
You're going to have so
Fantastic.
many emails.
Fantastic.
Can everyone please?
So yeah, so what was going on here is Greg is he's filming a live as I was in the store. I wanted to talk to him, but he was literally filming live stream. So I don't want to be on live when I don't know where the live's going to be or who we're talking to. Could be Modern Knife guys, and they don't have any interest in this old fart. So I just let him be.
Oh, but, not even that. You don't want to be the guy that pesters him when he's trying to do his job, do you?
Yeah, but he was showing. This is the counter that he was at. He was at the used counter where they had the older traditionals. He's looking at Queens and Bokers right there where he's standing. So I don't know what he was. I don't know where he was. I don't know if he was on IG, TikTok. I don't know what he was broadcasting to. I don't think it was YouTube at the time. Stop taking photos of dudes' butts. Well, he wouldn't turn around. Didn't give me an option. Some other guy interrupted him, and he seemed irritated by that. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going there. I'm not going to mess up the Greg show by asking him questions. But I guess that's what he gets for wearing an SMKW shirt because people knew he worked there, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
if you don't want to be bothered, don't wear the uniform.
Right. But you want to explain what this top left corner picture is, since you didn't give a full photo of it?
Yeah, so the top left corner is a screenshot of SMKW's live that they've started doing quite recently. They just leave it like running throughout the store of just like a normal business day. And it's like was stood in front of it for a couple of seconds showing his stickers.
The customer is always right.
They're not.
At least they're adult butts. I think that's what Ginger Fisher was trying to say. But yeah, so I did get to talk to some of the talent there. That was just a very brief moment, but no TC, no Isaac. Didn't see any of those two. But
they're probably out the back doing stuff, weren't they?
I do want to mention that I held up a Slippy sticker as well. It wasn't just me that held up. So I tried to represent the S&T show, and he's just chosen to use the one where I'm holding up the other sticker. So yeah.
I mean, I could have used mine and been a total douche about it.
Yeah. So it was a total photo bomb. I just took advantage of the situation.
It is in I did put the recording I did in the Discord. I'll pop it in there again after the live, so you all can have a look.
Yeah, if you're a member of the what? What's going on in here? What is going on here?
I'm not sure.
He's giving me the kick in the pants price thing. He knows I hate that. He's trolling me bad right now. I spent less on my vintage 73 case Hawkbill in immaculate condition than you did on the Baron Sons, TK.
Yeah, but that's because it's a Hawkbill. They suck.
Did you take it off some old granny that didn't know what it was?
He probably did.
Just
he gave her some of his special butter.
Gave her like $5 bill and go, this is all it's worth.
Yeah, it's only worth like pennies.
I'm gonna have to find out the full story on that one. Does SMKW still do some manufacturing? Well, they definitely contract it. I don't know if they do their own, but they do sharpening and custom scales and things like that. So kinda, I guess. I got it for $5. See, I guessed it. How old was the lady that you got it from? That's just typical Jesse. Jesse math. Like, that's the value, right?
Yeah.
Of $5. Because he couldn't count the actual value. He couldn't get up that high. He couldn't count the numbers to accumulate to the point where it was really at. Has to stop at 5. No?
Come on, Jesse. Jesse, did you offer her $1 to start with and she said no and you went all the way up to 5? And did you make a really sad face as if like, oh, you're stitching me up? Because that's what I would do.
Okay. But yeah, so yeah, I did try to talk to Greg. All right, next slide. What we got next? Okay, so I was at the case count or the buck counter. I wanted to show Slippy that they did have the Saunter in there. And I considered it, but then when I looked at the price tag, you see $120.
It's a lot.
It is a lot for a slip joint. And what kind of steel?
154 cm.
Yeah, which isn't horrible, but you know, at 120 you might expect a little more. So that one got a pass.
When it first released here, I got it for less than 100, but now it's like £120, $120 everywhere. The price has gone up a lot.
Kathleen, I was just joking. I don't know where he got that from. I don't know where he got it from. He probably did pay more than $5. So no, don't be offended. We're totally joking. But yeah, I considered it. It is nicer in person, I would say, than it looks in photos. But I didn't buy a buck this time around. So Mikey says, I'm going to kick you in the cherries and let you know what I paid for my Saunter.
Yeah, he got a good deal on a Saunter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Kathleen's joking too. There you go. All right. We don't want anyone to be offended here. All right, so what's next? What else did I look at here? So they had the Queen stuff. And
are these
I know
Barlow's the USA made Queens, or are these the
These are the new USA made ones, as witnessed
okay.
by the flag on the tin that you obviously can't see because you're squinting.
Yep.
So yeah, these are the new ones. They're a little more pricey. You can see these are like $55 or more.
Is that stag on the right?
Yeah, that was a stag one. I think it's like
looks like 83.
Yeah, a little higher up. But I was like, you know what? Why would I buy a Bear and Son with the Queen on it when I can just go buy a Bear and Son?
Yeah, which is weird to me.
So I just went over to the Bear and Son counter and bought the Bear and Son and saved a lot. But mine was a wood handled one. What did I pay for that one? I got the box right here. Should still have a price on it, I think. Nope, doesn't have a price on it because I think it's only on the top box. But anyways, it was like $45 maybe, something like that.
Elan says, are they OEM'd by Bear and Son? They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what SMKW does is they have the Queen's name, and then they decide who they want to contract with, and they contracted with Bear and Son, and then Bear and Son makes the Queen knives. So that's who they are. So I was like, well, I mean, they look basically the same. I mean, I have the 4th generation style Bear and Son. It looks exactly the one on the left.
Pretty much identical.
Pretty much identical without the blade etching and the Queen, stamps and all that. So, yeah, love them, like them, love these a lot, but I just don't want to spend the money on those right now. And I think I would probably prefer like the Shatton Morgan Queens, the older ones.
The originals.
So, yeah, original ones.
It'd be nice. I know they're OEM them out to Bear and Sons, and that's great. I'd like to see Queen like properly restart up. That'd be cool.
Yeah. But nothing against these. I mean, they look really well done.
The stag looks excellent.
Stag looks great. And it's not bad at all for a stag knife, under $100, right?
Yeah, pretty know. Baxter got is it the bone stag of the 4-inch Barlow? I think he got. That looks really good.
Okay. So to show that one, you want to bring me up?
Sure.
This is the one I ended up getting, and I like it a lot. I actually went through a couple of them to get a pole that I really liked. There were a couple that were a little light on the pull, but this one's nice and snappy. I give that at least a 7. But this is the rosewood handle, and then again, this is like the 4-inch handle, so it's a little larger than your standard Barrow, which is more like 3 3/8, right? And it has a really nice ram's foot there, and some swedging all the way up the.
I'd be all over that if that was UK legal.
Right, nice long pull on it. I think it's a pretty classy looking knife. Really good fit and finish. Now, it doesn't have brass liners, which I wish it had. But other than that, it's pretty awesome piece. And again, like
Randy
I said,
says, was it sharp?
Was it sharp? We can test. You want to test on a piece of paper?
Mikey also gifted a membership, so thank you, Mikey.
Here we go. Ready?
That's pretty sharp. So I know Randy did his, and it wasn't amazingly sharp.
Yeah, it's about all you'd expect out of the box. But yeah, that's the only thing is it's the 4-inch. It's a little different from other Barlows that I have, smaller ones. But that's why I demanded that it have a good pull on it, because I didn't want to.
Yeah, especially with a bigger blade, you don't want it to have like a weak
Right.
pull on it, because there's more chance of it folding forward.
But that's pretty stampy there.
It's a nice action. Is it got half stop as well?
So yeah, half stop. So my little olive branch to Martin, if he's watching. I'm not opposed to Baron Son either. There we go. Hope everybody likes that one.
I do agree.
So did we get we got a membership ad?
Yeah, Mikey's been a member for 7 months, and he also gifted one, and James Alton was the receiver.
Congrats, James. And thank you very much, Mikey. Appreciate that, sir. Over here flapping my gums, and I barely saw it. So, yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I think that's a cool buy. I was happy with that. I think for $45, maybe dollars, well worth it.
It's a good price. If they make one that's slightly smaller, I'll see if I can get Honey to get some in, because I know people would love that in the UK. But
all right,
not at that size.
Okay, so what's our next slide? Oh yeah, so I kind of wanted to. This is more for our UK audience, just to kind of give you an idea of what Walmart's like. I keep teasing Matt and Mikey because they intend to come here in March of next year. That we're going to go to Walmart and hunt down the keys for the knife case, because that's always an adventure trying to find those. But this gives you an example of $3.89 canoe by Buck. If you buy this online, you can get it for like $11 something. But if you buy it in store, it's 20, like full price, $24. So that's just one little quick reminder of what Walmart's like. What else you got? Next one. Okay, so here's a Tinker, and $32. So would you say that's a pretty decent price? I think that's a pretty decent price.
Pretty good. 20, that works out at about maybe 25, maybe a little bit more than you get it for here, but it's still a pretty good price.
Yeah. Mikey's coming for the bucks. There you go. You know what else you're going to be coming for? This next slide.
All Randy says his Walmart's knife case has been empty for months.
Has it? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, in Tennessee, man, and all along the trip, they had better inventory than we have at my local store right here in Texas. So it's just probably based on the amount of sales, right? If there are a lot of sales, then they're keeping that stuff in stock. So maybe Randy, where you're at, they're not selling as well there.
Yeah, they've just sort of moved them elsewhere. And Griff, that Buck canoe is one of the Chinese made ones, but exclusive bone for Walmart, isn't that right?
Yeah, the jig bone only made at Walmart, or only available from Walmart. So pretty nice little knife there. But I would encourage anybody to buy that one online if you're in the U.S. It's considerably cheaper. All right, next.
Just want to say morning to Danny DeCito.
Hello, Danny. How you doing, Danny?
Danny DeCito. Okay, that's a good one.
I like that one a lot. Great name, Cheeto. There's like a top-down view of all the knives. So you've got a lot of Kershaws and Bucks and, you know, some fairly, you know, like low value knives. Nothing much more than $100 in there, really. A few, but not much. All right, let's move on. That's nothing much to see there. You can't really see it anyway with any detail. Well, here's another one I wanted to show the UK guys. So this is the Walmart, and they've got, you know, several rifles and shotguns and so forth, and then all the ammunition on the left of that. And yeah, just go pick that up at your local Walmart. And
I just like how blasé it is. It's just, oh, here's the guns.
Mm-hmm. There you
Next,
go.
What does that say on the right-hand side?
The right-hand side's paint and stuff.
Yeah, guns just mixed.
Paint samples. Yeah, the paint. You know, the paint with the cards and the different colors. That's what that is. Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Then some spinning rack there. All right. So now moved on from Tennessee, and now I'm in Easley, South Carolina, here at the Wagon Wheel Antiques and Cutlery. And great lady there. I want to give her props. Let's go to that next slide. This is Lisa Cobb. And I just want to say, when I went in there, I got the greatest service. I was literally the only customer besides my family in the store. And she just catered to my every need and was super, super nice. Showed me all the Southern hospitality that you could ever imagine. And I met her husband as well, and he works there. And she was great because she would let me look at anything I wanted to and encouraged me to check out the different knives to make sure I was happy with what I got. You know, it wasn't even something I had to ask for. She just like, yeah, make sure you look at all the ones if you're not happy with, you know, one, we can look at all the ones we have in inventory here and pick out the one you like most. So I did that on actually one of my purchases, and I'll show you that now. So I got the limited edition case that they have in the red barn board. Limited edition. All right. This is model number 12214. This is the old red bone barn board jig Barlow that I got. So again, what's the pattern number on that? That's 62009 1/2. This one's stainless steel. A little smudged up. Been kind of handling a little bit here. But it's super nice. Pull on that. Great snap. You see the limited edition on there. Blade etch that tells you. What is this?
Elon says, is it sharp?
Probably not. I'm not going to embarrass case again by showing you, but I'm guessing it's not. 37 limited edition.
Do you know what's nice about it?
What's that?
No shield.
No shield, right? No shield. Now there is another knife I'm going to have to run into the other room to show you guys because it went live before I went and grabbed it, but I'll do that later. So we'll come back to this because there is another knife I picked up at that shop that's in my son's possession because it was for him. So he got the best knife of the three that I bought there. This is the first. But beautiful barn board jig on there. There's the secondary blade. Do you like that secondary blade? I mean, I know you're not like massive fans of smaller blades, but
yeah, no, I like the secondary blade on a Barlow.
Okay.
It's more that on a Victorinox I find more use to have a small file than a pen blade.
So
it
really
looks really
happy with
well
that
made, that one. But you know, you
Yeah,
did
this
get to check them all out, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, look, there's no gaps on that. I mean, it's perfect.
The red's a really good color too.
The jigging on it, it's hard to tell without the detail on the camera. I guess I could give you guys a better look. Let me do that real quick. Why do I always forget to do that? Because it's kind of a pain, but there we go. Better look at that. A little more high definition. But yeah, that barn board jig, man, they sold me on that, on the purple one. And then I saw this and I was like, you know what? Limited edition. Don't have to wait for it to come in the mail. Can pick out the one I want. Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, I mean,
I almost bought. Go ahead.
If you go into a case dealer, you have to buy something.
Yeah, and I almost bought the 3-bladed South Belly, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna get the Barlow this time. Now, another of the knives that I picked up there, I've been waiting to buy for quite a long time. I probably waited about 5 months to buy this knife. And I wanted to buy, again, one that I could see in person. But we have the large copper lock. And you get the USA shield on that one. And then this one is in blue. But I didn't have a large copper lock. That was one I had I let my son buy it. When we first went to Smoky Mountain Knife Works for the very first time. That was the knife that he got. He got one really similar to this. And I was always kind of jealous of the one he had. So I put it on my list as one to get. And so now I've got the large copper lock. They just don't make a ton of these. They
what jigging is that on there?
I'll read it off. I think it is barn board as well, but I could be wrong about that. Yeah, the copper lock, sort of that mid lock design.
Yeah, I need to pick me one of those.
So this is I'll read the mock off to you. Where did that go? There we go. So navy blue bone barn board. So there you go.
Barn board, cool.
Yep, copper lock 61519L, and that one's in stainless as well. So here you go. There's the two that I got, and I'll show you the third one here after a while. But before we go any further, let's talk about a minute what else I got at Smoky. I got a knife for my mother, because it was one of the reasons I went when I did was to go for Mother's Day. And I don't have a picture of it with me, but it was the Sunflower Classic SD, and she really, really enjoyed that. Kind of showed her, around the knife, and that you had a toothpick and tweezers and little scissors. And she does a lot of thread work, so scissors for her would be perfect. Super, super useful. And then I also got something from my buddy here. Now, I kind of showed it, but I didn't say I got it for him. So you might know what it is. But it's kind of a big deal.
Oh, that's excellent. Let me tell you about deals. It's so good. It's so good.
So, yeah, that one's going to be getting sent to old Slipster.
Excellent. I can't wait for that.
And, yeah, this is the Tinker, right? Yeah, the Tinker.
Yeah, that's going to have to be an EDC with the big deal.
Yeah.
That's so good.
A big deal for the big deal, right? Big deal for the big deal. The big deal hole. This is perfect.
They have the most random exclusives there for Victorinox, don't they?
They do. Yeah, you're not getting that anywhere else, right? Because that's another SMKW. Kind of like the Smoky Bear I just did a review of, which is I saw this one there too. I'm kind of glad I got it in the mail before I went, or I may have considered it, So
Jesse said cool. He's gonna have to get one of them big deals for Mrs. Alien Outlaw.
There we go. Because she's not getting it from you otherwise, right? So.
Total destruction.
Love you, buddy.
Look at this one. Look at this one.
Better than me. 100% better than Mr. Peanut. Oh, man. Okay, so let me go grab that other knife from the other room and you vamp a bit. You want to just kind of show some of these pictures. So again, Lisa Cobb. So thank you, Lisa. You were awesome. I hope you see this video. I need to tag this as the Wagon Wheel Antiques and Cutlery. They're in Easley, South Carolina, which if you don't know where that is, that's near Pickens. And ask Hunting for Hookers more about it, because he's 5 minutes away from there. He said he wished I had told him I was going, because he was going to he'd have met me, but I totally forgot about it. Once I got in the store, my mind was on the knives. It was like, I got to see everything, right? So yeah, I totally forgot about that. But yeah, really nice lady, and I highly encourage anybody who's like a case collector to go there, because they've got, let's just kind of go through the slides here. They've got stuff that's not for sale on the walls. Well, this is obviously for sale, so this was one of the ones that I
go past that to the.
Well, let me explain. So, like, I was showing knives to Slippy. He was looking for a single bladed sow belly, which they did not have one, unfortunately. But this was ones I was offering up. He's like, nope, 75, too big. And then I was like, Sodbuster, nope, got too many already. So I was like, all right, well, carbon steel blades. Oh, well, they don't have them sorted by carbon steel. So you would have had to known, like, going in, because they're basically sorted by handle material, right? All the same series together. And so yeah, I had to kind of search. I did find a couple, but that weren't any ones that Slippy wanted with carbon steel. So slim pickets, no, I mean, they had a ton of knives. It's just, just like anything, most of what Case makes is in stainless. And they're older knives. A lot of them didn't have boxes, so it was hard to identify some of them, like what they were, without pull each one of them out and looking at it. But oh, this has CV or carbon or stainless, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, they have really good prices. There's just normal retail prices. And here's a look at one of their display cases. They had a lot of the case memorabilia in it. I actually got a patch. So let me show you that.
I was hoping you were going to come home in the full Case camo gear.
Yeah, I came close to buying other stuff there, but it's just, funds are limited. I didn't.
Is that like an iron-on patch, or is it like a Velcro?
Yeah, it's 100%. You just iron that on something. But I'll probably just use it as, just prop it up on something, kind of like the license plate behind me here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, cool. That was only like what was that? That was $7. So yeah, it's cheap. But yeah, a lot of different stuff in there. You had a little wagon wheel up the top there. Did you see that? Go back a minute. Yeah, right there at the top. And a bunch of hats and stuff. So had like the little old timey cars, that kind of thing. Pretty neat. They had a lot of stuff. And then this is a lot of the stuff that wasn't for sale. It was just stuff they were displaying. They had complete sets of a bunch of different things. I mean, you could literally look at all those for a week and not see everything, probably. Just so much stuff. And there was some stuff in there that would be like just drooling over. This one with the black background, super cool. Like,
let me see if I can bring that up bigger.
Series of that. Yeah, that was a really nice one. And I didn't take a picture of it, but they actually had a hafting wheel from the original Case factory, and she showed that. So they had, they have a lot of like historic things in there too, beyond just the knives. But yeah, 100%. Check that out. It's an incredible store. If you're in that part of the woods, there's another picture, and you can see on the back side there the Haviline sign, which is another really cool item that if you're into like automotive stuff too. They had all kinds of antiques in general, but then the shop for the knives is kind of its own separate little room off to the side. So yeah, what's great about it is, like, if you're taking your wife, let's say, she can look at all the antiques while you're in there watching the knives. My wife did that too, but then she came in there and she was like, "Oh, purple." So then her and Lisa were talking about, all the purple knives and how much she loved the purple knives too. And Lisa has a collection of purple knives, and she was telling my wife all about it. So yeah, it was just a fun time. There's your web address. Thank you, Randy. You can go there and check it out. All right, next slide, sir. And here's just like one of the, one of your models that you would take around as a sample. This is a
big old lockback, it looks like.
Yeah, swell center. Coke bottle. Massive. And you can see, like, comparatively, like, there's a trapper behind it, right?
Yeah.
It's just tiny. Just tiny.
Yeah.
Normal
Makes a
size
trapper
trapper.
look like a peanut.
Yeah. Tiny. So they just got some really cool stuff in there. I wish I'd taken more photos, actually. Just, when you get to talking and you're shopping, that's kind of your primary objective when you're in there. But yeah,
I'd be fully focused on the knives. I wouldn't be any pictures going on.
Yeah, and I like this little slogan they had there at the bottom. It's if you haven't already inherited one. I thought that was kind of a nice little touch on the sign there.
Yeah, it makes it more like a family sort of thing, doesn't it? Really.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then
Booger McGee says Coke bottle, more like a 2-liter.
Yeah, that's a big one. And then just your standard sign. Well, that was the first thing I saw when I pulled up. Like, yep, this is the place. So
yeah, there's no question if you were in the
look
right
for
place.
the sign. Yeah, look for the sign. That's right along the roadside. But yeah, so again, Wagon Wheel Antiques and Cutlery. That's in Easley, South Carolina. Lisa Cobb. Make sure you check that out. I think you'll really enjoy that place. But why don't you go ahead and vamp for a moment, and I'll go run and get that last knife from the other room. All right,
go for it. Okay. So now the slides are gone, we can sort of remove those, get them out of the way. You can actually see how pale and white I look on this camera. Because I'm outside, I didn't really bring anything with me, so I thought I'd just show what I was carrying today while I'm waiting for John. I've got a Arthur Wright & Sons Barlow. This is the Twisted Assisted exclusive with the OD green burlap. Sean, stop laughing at me. I know what your game is. But this is the one with like the monster pull of about a 9. Carbon steel. Probably you can see there's a bit of patina forming on there. And I've actually sort of put away my compact, and I've been carrying the Ranger the last few days. Nice 5-layer. It's the one I did the scale tool mod on to add the extra slot at the back here. If any of you guys caught the video.
Yeah, that was a cool mod.
I've actually recently as well changed the toothpick to another pair of tweezers, but cut them down smaller and made them pointed.
With a little point on them.
With a little point on them there. So we've got smaller pointed tweezers as well as the regular ones on there too, which is pretty cool. Put them up next to the regular ones for you to see sort of the size.
What did you cut the tweezers with? Just some sort of like 10 slips or something?
Yeah, just some wire snips.
Wire snips.
It's about maybe an inch off, and then it fits in there perfectly, especially with the angle. And I throw it on the floor like the video.
An inch off? It's not an inch.
Well, half an inch maybe. But because it's the tweezers, you haven't got to modify the top of the head either. It just fits perfectly with the contour of the scales.
Right. Okay, so you want to see what he got?
Yes.
So he's looking around and he's looking around. He's looking for hand materials that he likes, but in a copper like, because that's his favorite pattern. And he ends up getting one from the Collectors Club.
So we picked the most expensive one then.
It was 100% the most expensive of the 3 that we bought. And I want to say this is from what year? What year does this say? Doesn't say on there. There's a little badge. You can see. Well, the badge just fell out. There we go.
Case Collectors Club, nice.
Right. And it's not a buckle or anything. It's just plain on the back. But here's a knife. And it looks like some sort of gray jigged bone.
That looks really good. It looks almost like the corn cob jig, sort of.
Right. And you can see it's numbered.
It's got the numbered on the bolster.
Or dated at least. Yeah.
Was it 2023?
What does that say? No, it's a serial number because it says L653.
Mm-hmm.
Limited. And
Well, it
then the
says that there's
blade
a
edge.
date on the blade, isn't there? Isn't there a date on the blade?
The blade edge. Yeah, 1999. So this one's over. It's like 25 years old. Yeah. So I mean, they have some older stuff in there. You just kind of have to look.
That's why I like going to the older sort of out of the way shops that stock all this stuff, because they're not going to be sold out of a lot of things.
Right. So yeah, he made out. He got his money's worth. Dad treated the kid real good. So yeah, that's a.
Would you class that as spenny, or was it okay?
It was $125.
So spenny then.
A little spinny. But I figure for something 25 years old, I'll spend a little more. Because the normal one's like $80, right? $85 anymore. This one's a little hard to release, I will say. Takes a good pinch to get it closed. But yeah, so got some cool stuff in there, and you never know what you may get, because there are some used items in there. There's some brand new old stock items in there, and they just got a really nice selection of stuff. And Lisa's really passionate about the history of the knives, and she's pretty informative too. She knows her stuff. And it was kind of funny because whenever she was mentioning wanting to look at the different knives, she said that she had gone to Smoky and that had a less than pleasant experience trying to look at several knives without him getting an attitude.
Yeah, I don't see what the problem is with just wanting to make sure you're not going to get something that sucks.
Right. But I guess it really just depends on who you encounter in the store. I'm not saying everybody's like that. Right. But yeah, she's adamant about letting people pick out what they want. So super nice 100%. Store. Really enjoyed that. But that's kind of my tales. What else did you want to talk about, sir?
I would like to talk about how you got on with your carry while you were away.
Okay, so this is what I took. And that would be the Pioneer X that you got me. Right? And I showed this off to my dad. And he was curious whether the scissors could cut his nails. And he has, pretty thick nails. And it went through them like butter.
Good.
He was pretty impressed with that. And of course, my mom really liked the little sunflowers, classic SD. So everybody was really happy with the Swiss Army knife around the table there when they checked out my knives.
They're really good. Like there's a reason why I'm obsessed.
I mean, it's I guess just the precision, the quality feel, of these ALOX models. That's kind of what sells me on them. They all just feel so quality, Just, you pick it up and you play with it, you get the impression that it's a much more expensive knife, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess these aren't cheap, but they're what, like $80, something like that.
Yeah, you can get them cheaper some places, but yeah, they're not the cheapest.
Right.
Not the cheapest of them all. But the thing I like about them most is I'm not against the tools on the back, because I mean, I've been carrying a Ranger with a tool on each of the back layers, so 5 tools on the back. But right. I love how comfortable it is to use. You get the thicker tools on there as well.
Yeah. So the other carry was this Fox Sodbuster, the one that's encased in the handle
with a little clip on it. It looks cool.
Yeah, a nice little clip blade. Just a little stainless blade, nothing fancy, but makes for a really good work knife. But fits well in that little pocket too. So it's just it's one I had not ever carried really, so it was a new carry, and you can see it fits in there really well. Carried a couple of little grocery list cards, little card stock that I put in there, because I do actually keep a wallet too, because I always worry about maybe bending the cards that they break in here a little bit.
Yeah,
If I broke my credit card, that would upset me. So
be a pain.
a little bit of a pain. So I'm a little more cautious with it and just carry around some card stocks to write on. Something nice and kind of heavy that if you go to write on your hand, just with the card in your hand, you can do it.
Yeah,
You know?
you haven't got to worry about it ripping through the paper and all that sort of
Right.
stuff.
Exactly.
I will just say, Andrew, about the bone covers on a sack. They exist, but you're going to want to get a lot of money ready if you want one.
Yeah, they do exist.
They ain't cheap.
No. All right. So what questions will we have? Do we kind of gloss over a bunch of stuff?
I'm sure we can take some questions. What does anyone want to know? What have we got going on today? Watch City Knives said sorry he's been lurking since you showed the river.
Oh yeah, hoochie shot. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thomas Howard MD really grown to like the Ranger. He's been commenting on a lot of my videos recently, so I appreciate that, Thomas.
Right.
But the Rangers, I only really started carrying it because I bought a load of Swiss Army knives off Dan, and he threw a couple in that he was hadn't sold or whatever he was getting rid of, and one of them was a slightly older Ranger, which is this one here, and he cleaned it up really nice. It's not super old. It's 92 to 2005, I think. And I put some jelly scales on it, well, the sapphire blue plus scales, and I just thought I'd give it a go carrying it, especially with I bought the tinder, which you screw into the corkscrew, and as well as that, I bought the flint steels that replaced the toothpick. I just wanted to see what all that stuff was like, because I've never really been into it. I wanted to use it, but I do plan on doing some sort of camping and taking this with me and using it to start fires and things, see how it goes. But yeah, I've actually really enjoying carrying it.
Really maximize your carry there. I mean, you've got everything you could ever want.
Yeah. So to be honest, I don't even need to carry the bar.
So should we rename that Ranger the arson?
Say it again. You lagged out.
Oh, I said, should we rename that Ranger the Arsonist?
Yeah. Yes, this is the Arsonist.
I thought my joke completely bombed, and you just didn't hear me.
Oh, I didn't hear you. So this is the Sapphire Arsonist. I can modify them for anyone that wants one. Send me a knife, and I'll create you an Arsonist.
Right. Custom made Arsonist.
Custom made Arsonist.
Yeah.
Pepper Dingo says, hey, welcome.
Says the Splitting Slices. Byron says, where did the comment go? You had escaped me. There it is. Says I've grown to that's what he said. Okay, we already looked at that. But yeah. That was not the comment that I was trying to find. Where is
what about this comment? What about this comment? Judd says emphasis on the arse.
Right. But the arse and arsonist. I agree.
Leafy Willie says arsonist.
Where did the Pyrans comment go? Completely disappeared.
Byron.
I can't. There it is. If anyone needs an excuse to buy a case and visit SMKW, Case Family Tour in 2024 at SMKW on Saturday night, 2024, almost always the largest show on the schedule. Okay. Also, I'd like to point out that there's an upcoming show at Shepherd Hills. I want to say in September. I'm not 100% on that. I need to look it back up again. That I'm considering going to. Just going to depend on the timing. But that's in Lebanon, Missouri. But so some really cool case events coming up. Says, okay, Judd, we'll see you in a moment. Have a good day. But the case Sodbuster Jr. looks good on Heine Haynes. There you go.
Which one are you looking at, Griff? Because I picked up both of my Sodbusters are from Heine Haynes, and if you email them, they will check it for you and make sure you get a good one. My first Sodbuster, I actually went to Heine to pick up. That was the yellow Delrin, Randy's favorite.
Yeah.
The grey jigged bone. That's the Crandall jig. That's the CV one. It's a good one. But I would definitely ask for pictures first to see if you're happy with it, etc.
Right. Get a good look at it all the way, all angles.
And they haven't got a problem doing it. Richard was very accommodating. I said, any chance of getting some pictures of the knife, because there is some quality issues, and they were like, yeah, fine. Within 5 minutes, I had a picture of it open, closed, back spring, looking through the channel, all of them. I didn't have to ask for what photos I wanted. He just sent
looking
everything.
Looking for sunlight in all the wrong places. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Up the crack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
No sunlight in the crack.
There was nothing. Sean says he loves sodbusters.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a sodbuster.
I don't know. There's not a whole lot of people that don't. Yeah. Grainbow varies. Yeah, it does a lot.
That's why I like bone, because it's never the same as the next one. It's always different.
Yeah, so I have some dark ones and light ones. Yeah, and like the Boker that I got, really light gray bone compared to, say,
yeah, that was it. The
one I just showed.
Back, the one Jersey sent you, is it that one?
Exactly. Yeah. That's a really good example of like a lighter gray. Let's see if I can pull that one out for you.
Even for me with the what's it called? The Briar Patch Jack and the Clinch River swayback I've got, it's so different.
Yeah, see how light that is compared to some of the others. Yeah, that's a beautiful
color
knife.
transition though, where it's like lighter on the outside, darker in the middle.
It's fantastic. Love this knife.
Yeah, proper.
So shout out again to Jersey for that. That was awesome. He's an awesome dude.
Ed Dana says he received the Strayed Imperial large and small farmers knives. So the sodbusters, he's really impressed with them. But they're excellent.
For the money, they're tough to beat. It's hard to beat that bang for the buck.
I've had two. Well, I've got a yellow and a black of the smaller one, IMP22, I think that is.
Right, and why?
Both of them are so tough.
Yeah.
Like, obviously it's not the best steel. Was it 7 CR? I think the steel is not amazing.
Pretty sure, yeah.
But easy to maintain, easy to sharpen. You probably sharpen it on a brick and you'd be fine, good to go.
Right.
But it's a knife that you can put in your pocket and not really care about and just abuse it, and still have a traditional pattern without having to buy something else.
Have you ever stropped anything on your ponytail?
No, I have not.
I just thought that would be a good way to do it. Might try that when you come. I'll have you help me out with that.
Sure. That sounds fun.
You'll never turn your back to me, will you?
No. I literally, the whole time I'm going to be there, I'm going to be stood there like this.
I think I'm going to be the same way with Mikey. I mean, close stay on, Mikey. Sorry, bud.
We're all just going to have to walk around in a triangle facing each other.
Right. No trust at all within that group.
Byron says Shepherd Hills is the second largest case show.
Okay. Yeah, and if you happen to have the date on that one, Byron, let us know. I was thinking September, but I could be off on that. TK, did you get your Bigfoot stickers? I would not leave the store without them. Oh no, I had them from other orders.
Yeah, you sent me
I don't know
as well. I've got one too.
If you're talking about the one with Sasquatch, like the SMKW logo, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I got one of those.
Ed's got a good question. Has anyone tried any of those rolling tumbler sharpeners? I have not. I've got a work sharp and just a normal sort of ceramic chef's knife sharpener, like a steel, which I use. But I have seen them advertised a lot. The ones where you stick them to a magnet and you roll it along the side. Have you seen those?
I have seen those.
Just it's only one grit though, isn't it? I don't know if it would be any good.
I don't know how much I would want to use that, but I could see it working. And Elon says it's going to be like the Mexican standoff in Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Except it'll be ugly, but shorter and ugly.
That's pretty accurate.
Young, bold, and old.
Young, bold, and old.
Yeah.
TK, he has to sleep, so there will be opportunity, right? Yeah.
No.
Going to strop, and then I'm going to test the sharpness afterward.
I'm just going to take loads of Pro Plus.
Oh, is that going to thicken your hair?
No, just to stay awake.
Oh, okay. Didn't know what that was. I thought maybe it was some supplement you take to thicken your hair.
Oh, no. Okay, so it's like a Red Bull energy drink, but super concentrated.
Yeah, I don't think they sell that here, so you're effed.
Great. What's this here? What we got from Booger McGee? Picked up a $5 right edge Sodbuster style knife on Amazon, cleaned it up. The blade was pretty rough. Put a few layers of wax on it. Now it's great. Yeah, you've got one like this, John, haven't you, with the wood?
Yeah.
It's a Barlow, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a Barlow. I've got a couple of different ones, actually. There's one that was called the Blackwood. It was a Rough Rider. It's pretty close and similar to the right edge one. But, I mean, you don't have to have the greatest blade steel. If you just, you're just going to be using it light use. But people just, they want something nice. And I understand if they want to buy something that doesn't cost a little more than $5, but you can get away with it. You can definitely get away with it. I carried that one right edge that was like a Mocha for a long time.
Oh, the Mocha.
I had to sharpen that thing quite a bit. Not going to lie. And I probably took off a good amount of metal on it, but I probably sharpened it like 9 times over the time I carried it. But I kept it sharp. And then occasionally after about 4 or 5 strops, it was just a little too dull and I had to kind of reprofile a little bit. But I know a lot of people just don't want to be hassled with that and understand it. Like what they expect when they've carried a nicer knife, how often they want to sharpen it. If it goes, before that, then they're like, oh man, this thing won't hold an edge. Well, yeah, if you used it for 3 weeks, and then if you use one for a week and you got to sharpen it, that one sucks. I don't know. It just depends on what you consider to be a reasonable amount of time. And what are you doing there, back? Is this Buster?
This is Buster. Say hello, boy. Dog cam.
Dog cam.
He's gone now.
Yeah, that's it. He made his appearance. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get into that because it's like you're going to offend somebody no matter what you say. They're like, oh, well, you have to buy a knife that's $30 or higher.
JB here. Welcome, JB.
Something like that.
Well, I suppose what everyone's sort of budget is. If your budget's for that, great.
And my budget changes because I might be broke that week. So $5 knife might be fantastic for me that particular week. Yeah. But then the next week I might be a little flush. So I might get something a little nicer. So I don't know. I just try not to discriminate against anything unless I've given it a fair shake.
No, I carry everything. Like Victorinox steel's not great. Use it and abuse it. This Arthur Wright and Sons is only the C70 carbon steel. So it's not the strongest. It'll go dull relatively quickly. But then I carry a Jack Wolf knife javelina sometimes, so everything's good for what you use it for. Just got to have the right sort of task for it.
All right. So whatever you're up for, I'm up for it too. Just try it out, see what you think. Let us know what you like. Love hearing back from everybody on what they carry and their experiences with stuff. It just makes the wealth of information better for me, and then I can sort of present that to other people to say, okay, well, this guy thought this and this guy thought that. Sharing your experiences, especially like in the comments of our videos, I really enjoy that. I really like hearing from people and what they've done.
Yeah, especially with the knife mod video I did for the sack. I had loads of great comments about what they'd done, how they went about it, different things they tried. It's really cool.
Yeah, everything from like maintenance to storage options, all that stuff. We always like hearing from people about what they do. Helps shape your opinion about a lot of things. But all right, so you ready for a giveaway? We're an hour in.
100%.
Okay, let's do a 2-spin giveaway today.
You will have to write down a number for me though, because I don't have any paper.
Sure thing, we'll do.
Randy, do you want to chuck up the
is what I expect.
the UK rules for me?
So I'm quite used to it. All right, what range are you looking to do?
Okay, so Randy's put the rules up. The range is going to be 200 to 300. No guesses until a start comes in the box. But if you're in the UK, can you put it in the chat to let people know, please? No, I'm not going to tell him the number over the live. Come on, not that dumb.
Who was that? Was that Jesse?
No, Booger McGee said tell him the number.
Ah, that sounded like something Jesse might say.
Elan says no votes for him.
Okay.
So we got Mikey, Tony.
Elon's basically saying, I'm so lucky. I've won so many times that I know I'm going to win again.
Yeah, Tony's Ponies, Mikey Newman, Griff, all in the UK. Who else have we got in here from the UK?
Yes, and you may proxy for the UK guys if you'd like.
Okay, Randy, do you want to just put a start up? There's only a few UK guys in here this week, it looks like.
Yeah. To give you a better chance, Tony. Tony's won before, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
Yeah. Is there anyone in the UK who hasn't won that's in here now? If so, say something. Mikey's won.
Oh, we go. Will Wilson is Will. It's
Will
200
Wilson.
to 300.
Yeah, you're a little high there, Willie. So 200 to 300, buddy. Try again. So Mike Adams for Mike Adams. Huh. Interesting. He proxied himself. That's fun.
Excellent.
I think Mike's maybe new to the game here.
Will says too many ciders, 243.
Is there anybody sober when they watch this show?
Probably not.
Huh. Maybe just have to rename it. Slippy and Thrifty 420.
God. Drunk Sundays with S&T.
It's supposed to be like, oh, Frank's sober. You know, church time. But so I kind of understand if there's an audience that doesn't show up. Danny says I'm sober, but I wish I wasn't. Well, I watch. He's already done all his partying.
Yeah. Okay, Randy, do you want to chuck a stop up there for me?
Stacy says I plead the fifth. Elon says I have heat stroke. Okay.
Horsehead says I put the joint in Slipjoint.
Mm-hmm. I think someone over there does the same. No names mentioned. He says, ignore me. I reread the rules in Canada. So kind of like the UK, but not. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. No problem.
What is the number, John?
All right. So from the cap, we have number 243.
Okay, 243.
So
Will was bang on with 243.
Yeah, too many ciders. Well, it doesn't look like you had too many because you figured it out, my friend.
Congratulations, Will. I can't see anyone else with 243. There's a couple of 242s.
Yeah, that's the closest by far.
Awesome.
Bang on. So Willie Wilson. Did you know? Oh, this is just random knowledge, but I'll throw this at you. You're not interested in baseball, and probably 99% of the other people in here aren't either. But one of my favorite baseball players was Willie Wilson. So there you go. I like that name.
Okay.
Congratulations, Will. All right. So you going to write a number down for me? I'm kidding. I know you don't have a pen.
I've got a pen. There's something to write on.
Oh,
Right.
all right.
Let me get the spinny wheel up and then we can get the spinny going. Okay. So, Will, you have 2 spins. Let me just center this wheel a bit better. Are you ready, John?
I am ready. Let's see it. 2 spins for Will. Oh, that's a nice one. Custom
so we have
Victorinox.
a custom Victorinox Spartan.
Very nice. Was that one you did or Dan?
Okay.
Did you hear me?
I did.
Huh.
Custom Spartan, excellent. It's actually Will's birthday today as well.
Well, happy birthday again, Will. We talked about that at the beginning. And there's the Saudi we just mentioned.
And yeah, IMP22. Excellent.
Fantastic.
I'm just going to message that to you, John, so don't forget.
All right.
Okay.
Just trying to keep this on my hat. Look like a complete moron. Not that that took much. But nice wins there, Will. Good job.
And as it's your birthday, Will, I'll chuck in a couple of extra goodies for you. Okay. Do you want to put the US rules up for me, Randy, please? Yeah, all right, correct, Randy. Thank you for reminding me. Will, can you email me your address, please? Look at all that ads.
I'm trying to take care of them. Is that centered up pretty good?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There we go. All right. Why is the wheel moving?
I don't know.
Did yours do that? No, I don't think it did it?
No, it didn't.
Yeah. What do you expect from free? All right. While we watch the mill spin but never land on anything. It's windy. Oh, the number just fell on the floor.
All right. So, Will, don't forget to email me your address and I'll get a couple of things sent off to you.
All right. So my range is going to be between 700 and 800, Randy. Once you got the rules up, hit the start.
Rules are up. Let's get the start.
Okay. We're rolling. So how was your week, sir? What did you do all today?
Worked.
Just work and work and work.
Work.
And why are we showing the stupid wheel when we haven't even started yet? Did you see the number? Can you read it?
Yeah, this is 243.
All right. Don't guess that because it's between 700 and 800.
I've guessed one.
Okay. All right. Another 20 seconds. I like that chair you're sitting in.
Yeah, it's a garden chair.
It's very comfortable.
Garden chair. It actually is very comfortable.
Don't ever come outside again for the show.
Not?
It's very unprofessional.
It's too warm inside.
I'm kidding. I could care less.
I'm melting.
Has your dad made that fence behind you?
It's about to be knocked down.
Going to redo it.
It's going to be redone, yeah.
Okay.
It's looking a bit worse for wear. It's going a bit green.
Just thinking the other day I might put my slats vertical or horizontal like that too.
Let me tell you about slats.
Slats. You like slats. All right, I think we're done here. Go ahead and throw up the stop, would you please? Mr. Randy. And yeah, we got some nice proxies in here. So you guys are so wonderful. Wonderful humans in here, aren't they?
They're nice people.
Yeah.
All right. What's your number, John?
My number, I guess I should show that full screen, right? $737. $737. We have Mike Adams at 736. Hopefully you're in the US, Mike. 736.
Yeah, that's the closest one.
There we go. Frank was real close, 735. But 737 was the number. So, Mike, are you in the United States? If so, let us know right away. Yes, he says yes. Okay. All right. So what you're going to want to do, Mike, is email me. You want to throw up the email address there on the screen, Randolfo? And I can do it if nobody else wants to.
I think he's doing it now. He's on there.
Okay.
Thank you, Randy.
Thank you, Rands. So what you want to do is just email me at this email address, Mike, and send me your mailing address. And whatever you win today, I will mail directly to you. All right. So you get 2 spins. And here we go. Are we ready? Is that centered up? Yep. Looks good.
Yep.
Here we go. Spin number 1. Hopefully it stops because this wheel is doing some weird stuff.
Oh
the grand prize. The grand prize has been won.
How long has that been on there for?
It's been on the wheel for what, 5 months?
Yeah.
Something like that. Crazy. So you have won the Case Green Kieranite Sow Belly. That is definitely the best prize on the wheel. No question about it. And so congratulations. And you're not even done. We got a second spin.
Say that. I rage quit.
Rage quit. So congrats, Mike. All right. So we got a second spin. And we'll see what you win on the next one.
Watch now. This will be all prices forfeited.
Oh, no, he won a free spin. 1 additional spin. So now he's got a second spin. All right. So now you got 2 spins again. And then you just lost 1 because of MB. You freeloaded. There we go. Whammy. Did I miss the gaw? Well, you're not even in here today, MB. You did miss the gaw. You've been accused as a free loser. You lose a spin, no prize award. All right, so back to 1 spin. Here we go. The trolley wheel giveth, and the trolley wheel taketh away. Well, it take away again. Bad blade geometry. You have been shunned by the knife committee. You lose the spin, no prize awarded. For those that are curious whose logo that is, well, just look it up. I'm not even going to say his name. So there you go, Mike. You have won the Case Green Kieranite single-bladed sow belly.
Excellent.
Congratulations. When I receive your mailing address, I'll get that sent out to you, hopefully by Monday. Sometimes I don't quite get it out on time. As you can ask Frank, I messed up a couple times. But that's the intent. That's always the intent, is to get it out Monday. Yeah, but you know what happened last week? I did get it out fairly quickly, and I won't say where Frank lives. I won't say where he lives or anything, but the post office delivered to his distribution center twice, which happens from time to time.
How would they deliver it twice?
Well, what they've done is they've sent it to the distribution center, and then the distribution center sends it to the wrong local hub.
Okay. They send it back. To do it again.
So they send it back, and then it has to get redistributed again. So that will happen from time to time, and I hope people don't blame me for the slow delivery times of the
John's fault.
Wonderful United States Postal Service. They do just such a fantastic job most of the time, but there's about a 3% chance of it not getting where it's supposed to and then having to get redelivered like that. So just let you know. Congrats to the Wieners, Cheeto says. I further that. You guys have been fantastic today. I hope you enjoyed the program.
Yeah. Frank says his parcel was connected to a boomerang.
That's right. 100%. Yeah, I don't understand it. But he did get them. The very day he started to inquire is when they arrived, of course. You know how that works. All right. And then Hope you enjoyed those knives, by the way, Frank. Got the second Saudi, the marble Saudi, the Appaloosa one. That was pretty cool. And yeah, again, to Mike, congrats for the single blade saw blade. And who's your winner again? Your winner was Will Wilson, and he won the black Saudi and the custom Spartan. What was it?
I'm pretty sure it's a Spartan.
Custom Spartan. Okay. But for Slippy and Thrifty, I am Thrifty. We will catch you next week. I hope everyone enjoyed the program. Had some fun times on the road, and hope you guys enjoyed the experiences. Please do go check out both Smoky Mountain Knife Works and Wagon Wheel Antiques and Cutlery. Fantastic places to visit if you're a case fan or just a fan of knives in general. But that's going to do it for me and for Slippy. We'll see you next week. Take care.